This is part of number 35, which is the whole entire Acropolis. And then on the Acropolis is the Parthenon, this one building we're focusing on. And then a part of the Parthenon is just the pediment from the Parthenon, Helios, horses, and Dionysus. And this is from the classical period made out of marble. So we need to define what a pediment is, and it is the triangular space on top of the Parthenon. And we'll see this continue in other buildings. So it's basically that triangular space on that section of a building. And this is by Phidias. That's how we're going to pronounce his name. And of course, we just have remnants of these sculptures. All right, there is a song that goes along with this piece, and it's going to help us remember the names. So when it's italic, it's something I say. When it's not italic, you repeat it. So it goes, Icti nosin cali crates. You say, Icti nosin cali crates. They're the ones who did the plan. They're the ones who did the plan. Phidias wet drapery sculpture. Phidias wet drapery sculpture. You won't see it on a man. You won't see it on a man. Parthenon, Parthenon, classical, classical. So we are going to sing this together in class. Okay, get ready for that. And again, it's just to remember these ideas and these names. So all the sculptures on and within this whole Parthenon were all overseen by the sculptor Phidias. And there's a couple different ways you can spell his name. So that's why it's spelled different ways here. I already went over this in a different video, a different PowerPoint, just about the whole concept of Athena and how Athens is named after her. So make sure if you have not read this, you're reading it. And then this is what is being depicted. So there's two different pediments. The West Pediment, which is the one we're going to focus on, illustrates this dispute between Athena and Poseidon for the claim of the land that resulted in Athena's victory. So that is the content. That's what's being depicted. That's what this is about. And then the other side, the East Pediment above the temple entrance, depicted the birth of the goddess Athena from the head of her father, Zeus, in the presence of all the Olympic gods. But we don't need to write that. That's just what's happening on the other side. What's important is that this could also be seen as a metaphor for when the Athenians beat the Persians. The last battle that they had was on water, much like Poseidon is the god of the sea, and Athena beats Poseidon. So Athena beating Poseidon could be a metaphor for the Greeks beating the Persians. All right. We need to be able to identify what makes this classical Greek style, right? If we compare it back to archaic and you think about the Kore sculpture, how is this a deviation from that tradition? How is this different? So first of all, this is a reclining male nude, and he's portrayed very naturalistic. He's not stiff. His arms are no longer attached to his body. He just looks more naturalistic and relaxed. He's also very idealized. So there's a very classical Greek sculpture called Deriferous by the artist Polykleitos. And we're going to sing about this guy too. We'll sing about him later. But you can compare. One on the left is standing, the one on the right is reclining, but they're still both very naturalistic, very idealized, and they're both in these relaxed poses. So this is a deviation from the artistic tradition of having everybody stiff and not naturalistic, right? They're more in these contrapposto, relaxed poses. Then you look at the females, they have garments on, but they're all portrayed the same way. This is that Phidias wet drapery sculpture that we just sang about. Right? So wet drapery on females, that's where the fabric clings to the body. All the figures, it's very classical, the way they're portrayed, very calm and reserved. We're going to see this portrayed differently in our next style of art called Hellenistic. There's a lot more emotion being portrayed. Boom, done.